Hello, hello! I am back, and there's been a lot of things going on this week. We're just chatting, just catching up, because it's been since Thursday since I've streamed, and I was on vacation, and now I'm back, and now I'm sick. Am I this sick? No, this is a costume. But I thought I'd play into it, because I literally own a hospital gown. So I was like, well, let's just be a sick person for our costume of the day. You're sick too, Catwoman? What are you sick with? A cold? I bet colds are up like 100% from last year. Because because everyone couldn't go anywhere last year. And this year people can go places and see things and do things. And so they're not getting sick. They didn't get colds last year. You got a cold? Yeah. And this year people can go. So I went to the mountains for Thanksgiving. That's what my family does. We go up to the mountains. We see my dad's side of the family up in the mountains. And then my whole, like, my brother, my sister, their significant others, my brother's kids, everyone goes. And we rent a condo and we go hang out. My sister had a headache on Thursday. And then by Saturday, she and her husband were full-blown sick. And they were just told that one of her coworkers had COVID. So she's like, oh, I think it's COVID. Do you guys want us to stay? And everyone else in the family has had COVID by now. So we're like, we don't care. Granted, I had COVID in February. So my immunity is not top-notch right now. Hi, Rachel. You're trying to start a Twitch stream? Good luck. Good luck, Rachel. What am I doing on Halloween? So every Halloween, I hand out candy at the farm. But I hand out candy with my best friend, Deanna, and we do an elaborate outdoor costume. Like, we got our hands on an old fire truck. So we were firemen, and we had the lights and the sirens, and you know, that was one really good year where we happened to have an old decommissioned fire truck. And so we ran with it. So that's what we do, is we do a theme every year and we hand out candy with elaborate costumes that usually include a vehicle of some sort. That's what we usually do. Oh my goodness. So anyway, my sister's got what she thinks is COVID, asked if she can stay. We say, yeah, we don't care. We've all had COVID. And then on Sunday, they're feeling worse, and she's like, we're just gonna go because we don't want to do the 4.5-hour drive when we're both feeling like shit. And I was like, that's fair enough. And then Sunday night, I had a tickle in my throat. And then Monday morning when we got to drive back, I was full-blown, like, sick. And so my mom was sick, too. So we're like, oh, I guess we got COVID again. I guess. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs! We got COVID again. Come back. Test ourselves for COVID. It's not COVID. We both got, like, sick with some sort of random cold. Now, to be fair, my nephew had a runny nose. Because children are magnets for viruses. They are constantly sick. If you guys hate getting sick, you can't have kids. Those are the rules. Because they will always be getting sick. And it doesn't faze them none. But in a world post-COVID, being sick is quite an inconvenience, even if it is a cold. I look high. Oh, that wasn't what I was going for. See, I actually have a hospital gown. I own one. I don't remember why. But I own a hospital gown. I am sick. I'm not this sick. I put a little makeup on to make me look sicker. Because that's our costume of the day. We are wearing a costume every day I stream in October. So the costume of the day is sick person, mental patient, I don't know. It was the eye bags. The eye bags make me look high, but my eyes aren't red. I don't like, the eyes are not red at all. And also, generally speaking, I always have eye bags. Like, I can't get rid of them. I don't usually put much in the way of makeup on before I stream, but every time I stream, I just throw a little concealer under my eyes. Like, just bloop bloop, bleh. Takes me 5 seconds, but I always do it because I always have under bag eyes. Under eye bags is what I meant to say. We're drinking Santa's Secret with honey. Everyone in my family got sick this Thanksgiving. Except for like 3 out of 9 people didn't get sick. And it wasn't COVID. My COVID test came back negative. Mom's COVID test came back negative. My dad's like, well, you gotta keep testing yourself. I was like, yeah, okay. If I go somewhere off the farm, I'll test myself for COVID again, so I don't spread it about. But, other than that, I'm not too worried about it. You're always squinting. The kids at school thought it was hot. Because you're always squinting? Squinting as like, oh, like the sleepy eye look that high people like. Hey man, can I bum a drag off you? Hey man, do you have a sandwich, man? I'm really hungry, man. I could murder someone for a sandwich, man. The high, like, yeah, sleepy eyes. Sleepy eyes. So yeah, I have this tickle and this cough. The fever went away pretty fast. And then of course, the most obnoxious part. Like, I can breathe pretty good right now. As soon as I'm horizontal in my bed, I can't breathe through my nose at all. It is absolutely obnoxious. And anytime I can't breathe through my nose, or I have the slightest sniffle and I can't breathe through my nose, it feels like I'm literally like suffocating when I sleep. Crackhead cosplay. Well, we have a hospital ground. I am sick, so I decided to play it up. Mess up my hair a bit. Put some darker under eye circles and some white face paint to pale me out a bit. So I'm not this sick, but I am sick. And I think the only reason why my voice isn't like really, really scratchy right now is because I've been talking to no one because I live alone. So it really saves your voice when you don't have any friends in your house. Oh, it's not working. Something isn't working. Yeah, fix it. Why is it like you stop streaming for a couple days straight and then all of a sudden none of your settings work anymore? Very obnoxious. It's obnoxious. Now it works. Tried Overwatch 2, it's the same game, not terrible, but it's almost like no difference. So what were they supposed to give you with Overwatch 2? Like, I know they only really started working on Overwatch 2 when Overwatch 1 was dying, right? The fan base for Overwatch 1 was dying down, so they had to come out with Overwatch 2, but what did they give you? What did they change? It's not working either. Basically an update with nerfs. This stuff they're supposed to make as a sequel isn't out yet. Oh, like the main campaign? The stuff like that makes the story go forward, the Overwatch world progress, story mode and stuff. Oh, interesting. You see, that my main thing with video games is story mode, right? So like I wouldn't even like try Overwatch 2 if I didn't get to do the story mode. But that I understand that that's not what people play online games for. I understand that most people are not playing Overwatch. The majority of people who play Overwatch could not care less about the story mode. Oh my goodness, honey tea is so good. I have 4 billion things I should be doing. I'm doing a Halloween party for my friends because I have my own house. And my house literally looks like a homeless person lives in an abandoned house. Because I have all of this weird stuff everywhere. I have furniture in my bedroom furniture in my living room that was supposed to go into mom and dad's house, but then the flood happened. So when the flood happened, everything changed, and I gained so much stuff in my house in like boxes. Like I have all of my books just in boxes and boxes and boxes in my living room because the bookcase is gone. I don't have a bookcase. And like a lot of the furniture in this house needs to go so that I can rearrange things and blah blah. So anyway, I thought the 6 months I've been living here I would have this house in ship shape. I do not, but I need to get it in ship shape if I'm hosting a party. Good thing it's Halloween though, because the basement looks like a horror show. Like the basement looks like someplace you can murder someone. Like bare cement walls. Just like straight up, like I can just lean into that. Because if you have enough people in your house, you have to let them into the basement. So I can lean into some stuff, but like I don't want it to be like dirty, right? Because that's gross. You don't think adding a story would make it sequel though? It just seems like a huge update. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Overwatch 2 is if you change too much, you lose your base people. They don't want the whole game changed again, right? Which is why it took forever to get an Overwatch 2. But at the same time, if you don't change enough things, you're not going to entice people back. They're like, it's just Overwatch again. It's really hard balance to find, you know? Playing this fighting game in ranked and you face the same player 6 times because there was like nobody playing at Faith. Decorate like abandoned saw house for your party. Yes, that's what I should do, Adam. Like, I'm not lying. I have like I have one bed too many because there used to be like, this is a bedroom. My office was a bedroom. And then my spare bedroom has 2 mattress sets stacked on it pancake style. So already you needed like a step ladder to get into that bed. Not functional. I've had a ton of like costume clothes from my parents' house on that bed for months because like I need more closet space, but the closet has a bunch of my grandparents' old stuff, like photo albums, this and that, like things you can't just throw away. You have to like sort through and pick the things you need to keep and blah blah blah. And see if anybody wants it. There is a very creepy baby photo of my grandpa that scared the shit out of all of the grandkids that I need to put back up on a wall. Because it's haunting. I should go grab it. I'm gonna go grab it for you. You pranked people as Batman? That does sound like a Catwoman thing to do, Catwoman. Said the hoarder. I mean, I won't lie that I do keep more things than the average person, but I also create a lot of things. Like, I make a lot of costumes and DIY stuff, so like, keeping a lot of different odds and ends kind of makes sense for that. But there's a lot of things in this house that if I had carte blanche, or if it was really easy to sell it, because I live in the middle of nowhere, so you can't just throw it up on Facebook Marketplace and have it gone within an hour. Like, I would have to have it on Facebook Marketplace for a while and probably cut it down to, like, less money than it's worth your time and blah, 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 in order to sell a lot of this stuff as well. But yeah, if I could just be like, take it and, like, just have a magic wand and get rid of stuff out of this house, I would do it. Be like, now you're gone. I don't have to take you to the dump. I don't have to sell you. Blah, blah, blah. You're in the ether. There's so many things I would do that to. I would just go around, tip-a-tapping. But I should show you the creepy photo of my grandpa. No one's playing it. It's deader than a freaking doornail. That's funny. Actually, I think it's in... You guys, I will be right back. I want to show you this. We were just talking about this at at Thanksgiving. Because I was talking with my cousins, my dad's side. And they all mentioned... Like, I was like, does anyone want this baby photo of Grandpa? And everyone's like, that creepy baby photo of Grandpa? And I was like, yeah, it hung up in the basement all our lives. They're like, no, nobody wants it. It haunts my dreams. It's the stuff of nightmares. Nobody wants the baby photo of Grandpa. I was like, oh, I guess I get to keep it then. Because what do? You can't just throw the beautifully framed photo of your grandpa in, like, it's just don't do that, right? Like, it's not cool. No, it's not what you do. But then I guess you just pass it down generation to generation, the haunting photo of your grandpa as a 1-year-old. Is it really that scary? Was he possessed as a demon or something? It's just so weird, Faith. So, like, okay, so Grandpa's parents got this photo taken of him, right? But it's really big. It's a really big photo in a very nice frame. Everyone swears the eyes follow you. And it's just sort of like, well, why didn't you wait till he was older to get such a nice, you know, like something where he doesn't just look, you know, you can't even tell it, like, you can't even tell it's Grandpa, right? Like, there's nothing distinguishing in his baby face that makes you see the adult of him, or even, like, the child. I don't know. It just feels really weird. It's not like we were rich for, like, fancy photography. Like, farmers in Canada. It is unsettling. It's unsettling to see in your grandparents' basement where you're just like, why is that there? And it's also sort of like, if I got a blown up photo of me as a baby and I just hung it up on my wall, and you'd be like, why do you have a baby picture of you on the wall? I'm like, why don't you have a baby picture of you on the wall? Okay. Here it is. Look how big it is. Ignore the glare. Open it so. Like, it's pretty big. Alright, it's hard to get no reflections going on. Oh no. Second, let me see. Oh, you can see my setup. Anyway, so he's like in the ether. I can't get no reflections. It obviously has glass. He's in the ether. He's fading into the background. He's like a ghost baby. He's staring into your soul. He's like super pale and naked. It's just really, really, really weird. And scary. When you're in the basement of your grandparents' house, it haunts your dreams. Oh, this is really bright. There we go. That will murder you. Look at that child. I know, it's scary. Okay, so you understand why all the grandkids were absolutely haunted by this, right? Hi, Grandpa! Love you! Please don't haunt me! Anyway, it's a great Halloween decoration, I guess. But nobody wants it. No one at Thanksgiving was willing to take it, so I guess it's mine. So there's like a ton of that kind of stuff in the house. Not crazy, creepy baby pictures, but just like stuff with like, hey, this was like a sentimental thing at one point, and now I just throw it away. Like, if it was my stuff, I'd have like, yeah, I'll just throw it away. Like, it's not sentimental to me anymore. Get rid of it. But it's my grandparents' stuff, and they're no longer with me. So it's sort of like, what do you throw away? What do you keep? Like, you throw away all this, you're just throwing away your grandparents, you horrible person. Like, it's sort of a fine line. He was in a whole new dimension. He saw the space-time continuum in that photo. Oh, that's good, Rachel. I'm glad that's a psych. Speaking of cats, so I told you when I was looking for Garvey, I went up into the loft of the barn and I found 2 of the kittens. So I think right now we only have 1 stray female barn cat kind of thing. Like, she'll let me pet it, but she won't let me pick her up. That kind of thing. And she got pregnant again this fall because she had her kittens so early this year. Like, her spring kittens are almost fully grown now. So we knew she was pregnant, and then she wasn't pregnant, and then we didn't see hide or hair of these kittens. But I found these kittens when I was looking for Garvey, and I was like, cool, but I want Garvey. Still haven't found Garvey. Absolutely devastated. Very, very sad about that. Anyway, I heard them mewing a couple days before I was leaving for BC, which is 5 hours away, so I wasn't gonna be home, obviously, this weekend. And they're mewing, and I go up there, and one of the there's the 2 kittens in there, and I found a 3rd kitten, and one of the kittens was so weak and struggling, and I was like, oh, she's abandoned some of these kittens. I don't know why. It's not even that cold out or anything. Usually moms abandon their kittens before winter, because they're callous. Garvey was best boy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm like, well, if I was living here, I would make sure these kittens didn't die. Because I know where they're at, and they're mewing for help, blah, blah. I'm like, but I'm leaving. So I called my bestest buddy in the world, Deanna, and I was like, hey, dude, I know this is a bit of an ask, but could you go up in this loft, which takes a ladder? It's not a convenient ask at all. You climb up into the loft of the barn on this rickety-ass ladder, and I put food and milk out for these kittens. Some of them seem to be interested, but I mean, I'm leaving right now. I can't stay and make sure they survive. Like, could you, if they're still bad by tonight, because I left in the morning, could you just throw them in my bathroom with the food and the milk and stuff in a dish, and like, I'll take, and then just make sure that you top them up with food and milk and stuff, and I will deal with the mess or whatever when I get back. There's like, I have a cat heating pad that's supposed to be for outdoor cats. I'm like, you could use that to keep them warm, blah, blah, blah. And Deanna's like, yeah, no problem, man. I was like, okay, well, it is a lot of, she has to keep coming back to my house to take care of these kittens. I don't know what her weekend was looking like when I asked. And so she went up there and she's like, yeah, we've got to take this gray one. He's struggling. I took 2 of them back to my mom, and my mom will start bottle feeding them, and the rest I'll feed up in the loft. And I was like, the rest? And there's like, yeah, so there's 2 grays and a calico, and one of the grazing calicos went to go get bottle fed by the mom because they were dying. The other gray was fine with being hand fed in the loft. So basically, all weekend, Deanna's family, one of the gray ones struggled too much and it died like immediately that night. It was not destined for this world. But the whole weekend, my Deanna's family has been feeding this calico kitten, bottle feeding it. So they just like carry it everywhere they go and bottle feed it. And they went and like dug potatoes out of the garden and it was like trotting around, and they're just hand taking care of this kitten this whole weekend while I've been gone. And Deanna's been going up in the loft and feeding these other kittens that just out of the woodwork, all of a sudden there's two different gray kittens up in the loft. Now there's a calico, and now there's a black and white one. And stuff like that. So there's just kittens coming out of the woodwork. So I come back and I go and grab the calico from Deanna's mom and I was like, thanks. That was a lot of work. Thanks for doing that. And then I go and feed the kittens in the loft, and she's obviously abandoned two of them up there. And she's feeding two of the other ones, and I don't know why. That she just pick and choose which kittens she liked the most. Like all the kittens are in the loft now, and she's only feeding two of them. And not feeding the other two, which is just rude, because they're all there. Like, they obviously will be trying to feed, and she obviously just isn't feeding them. Just rude. Yeah. Some animals, like... So, like, if I had known that she had abandoned that gray one and the calico, I could have done something sooner. But the thing is, you're not supposed to interfere with mama cats until you know that they have abandoned them. You're supposed to leave them alone because mama cats won't come and take care of their babies if you're hanging out by the babies. Like, there's a whole bunch of different stuff. So you kind of have to know. She is a deadbeat mom. She's not a good mom at all. She has abandoned other fall kittens before, and I've hand raised them. So yeah, anyway, I come home, I grab this kitten that's been hand fed all weekend, bougie kitten, and then I go up into the loft and there's two gray kittens, just hangry, and then a calico kitten up there, and a black and white kitten. But they're fine, they're fluffy, they're fat, they're loving life. I was like, you guys aren't hungry. But the two gray kittens in the loft were really hungry, so I like hand fed them, blah blah. And then that was Monday, and then yesterday I went up into the loft and they're so, like, they come out to the loft window and just meow at me as I climb the ladder. I was like, okay, well, I kind of got this calico in my house situated in the bathroom. So let's grab one of these gray ones that seems to really want to hang out with me, and let's see if we can get her to take back the other gray one, because then that's just 3 kittens. 3 kittens is very manageable. Like 4 kittens, maybe she doesn't want to do that, but 3 kittens is very manageable. So, and I also made a little container that only the kittens could fit in, and I put some food and milk in there so that none of the big cats could eat it. And I go back to the loft today, and that gray kitten looks like a completely different kitten. It's clean, it's fat, it's happy, it's not clamoring for food. She took it back. I was like, you jerk. So now I have 2 kittens in my bathroom. 2 abandoned kittens in my bathroom. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. But I'm feeding them, so... Yeah, that mom abandons. It's basically most outdoor cats, like feral barn cats kind of thing. So I wouldn't call her tame. Most outdoor cats abandon their kittens in the fall. Because it's too hard to take care of them in the winter. But I mean, it hasn't even gotten cold yet. There is literally no reason for her to be abandoning her kittens right now. I've been feeding her tons. I've been trying to make her space safe. I've been, you know, bending over backwards trying to make her take care of her kittens. And apparently it was a numbers thing. She's like, I'll take care of 3, but 6 is too many. And 1 died because of that, and I'm taking care of 2 in my bathroom. I just gave birth to you, but I don't really take care of you, so bye-bye. Yeah, so the worst is she tries for like 3 weeks. These kittens are 3 weeks old. So she takes care of them for like almost a month. And then she's like, oh, now that you've lived a little and you have, you know, a taste of life, I'm just gonna let you starve to death. Bye. This is really rude. 2 abandoned cats in your bathroom. I'm close to becoming a cat lady. You know, it's very easy to become a cat lady on a farm. Cats just come out of the woodworks. Hey, Sebro. We're dressed up as a sick person. I am actually sick, but I'm not this sick. Today, our costume today is I'm sick. At the mental hospital or the hospital. I think giving up on them straight out of the oven would almost be kinder, Faith. Because it would take 5 seconds for a newborn kitten, like just born, to die. And then like, at least their suffering isn't dragged out. But yeah, she does. She takes care of them for a bit, decide, no, it's too hard. I'm literally building a cat house right now to try and get like a really nice insulated cat house. Like they have lots of warm places to sleep on the farm. Like there's tons of places to sleep, but I would like a really nicely insulated cat house. I have this cat heated pad that's supposed to be graded for outdoors. I'm gonna put it in the cat house. The kittens are sleeping on it right now, but this cat house is gonna be really nice. Although I think we have raccoons on the farm. I'm not sure. I don't know what's been pooping in the barn. If it's raccoons or coyotes. Because I thought it was coyotes, and that's what got Garvey. Was coyotes were coming into the barn. The fucking audacity. Which I didn't even know that hole was that big at the back of the barn. It's all boarded up now. But something is still eating the cat food when it's on ground level, so I don't know what it is. Yeah, things out for cats also track skunks and raccoons, yeah. And, my neighbor's seen raccoons. Someone 3 miles away, a farm 3 miles away, has had raccoon problems. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's raccoons. But raccoons can kill cats too, apparently. Which is rude, because raccoons can climb stuff like cats too, so I can't even put stuff up high. So the raccoons don't get it. Did coyote? Yeah, I'm seriously thinking, like, I heard someone in the community was trying to rehome their dog, which is like a guard dog type personality. Like the breed is a guard dog. And I'm like, ooh, I would love a guard dog to keep the coyotes away from my cats. From my outdoor cats. You hear coyotes in the hills close to your house. You never played Red Dead Redemption 2. You would have never known. Oh, Rachel, I'm so sorry. The coyotes are loud here. Most of my outdoor cats just go hi. And they're fine, but I don't know, man. I want to go coyote hunting. How dare they come on to my farm? Apparently there's a couple guys around here who do coyote hunting, and I'm like, good. I need them to come to my house. I'm tired of it. I don't want my cats threatened like that, my outdoor cats. Cats and raccoons and skunks get along better than you would think. Well, and that's the thing. Like, if it's not a coyote that got Garvey, I almost feel like he would be able to outrun a raccoon. So I don't know what happened. But there's a whole bunch of big, like, dog-like poops in the barn. And I was like, oh, coyote poop. But someone's like, oh, raccoon poop looks like coyote poop. And I was like, and they're like, by the way, don't get close to any of them. Coyotes can have rabies in their raccoon poop. I was like, oh, in their poop, I mean. Raccoons will have roundworm in their poop. And you can, like, inhale the eggs. And I was like, what? I didn't know poop was so dangerous. So I should go examine the poop and find out what it is. Because, like, I don't know how I can feed my cats in the barn if there's a raccoon going around. Fluffy French bulldogs look so wrong. Okay, let's look it up. Coyote made you shoot a cat because it got rabies. Aww. I've never had to put down an animal because they had rabies. Thank God. What? They're adorable! What are you talking about? Fluffy French bulldog. They're adorable! You're wrong, Faith. I disagree. Incorrect. Incorrect. So anyway, I have kittens in my bathroom. I can show you guys them. Their fur looks wrong. I think they're adorable, but looks weird. You're used to them having short fur. I don't know if I've ever seen what a dingo looks like. Yeah, they're kind of like the coyote of Australia, aren't they? They look like just a dog, though. No, I'm not giving these kittens names yet. They're still not out of the woods. So many, because they're like barn kittens, right? Like, so many things can happen to them in the meantime. Oh, I didn't. Coyote. I guess coyotes look as much as a dog as this looks like a dog. Oh my god. Dingo puppies are adorable. Coyote pup. Oh, coyote pups are adorable too. Still, how dare you? How dare you come into my farm? Into my safe space? I don't forgive them. Yeah, Faith. So I actually talked to an Australian about that. So it was like a joke in Australia. A dingo ate my baby, right? It was like a thing. The only pop culture reference we ever knew about dingoes. And then some more information came to light years later. They found a dingo den. And they found baby human skeleton bones in the dingo den. And they're like, oh my god. Because, like, the main reason why they didn't believe the mom when she said a dingo ate my baby was because dingoes are so scared of human beings that they would never come into a human being's camping site and, like, steal a baby. Like, not in a million years. Like, it couldn't even be possible. That's not how dingoes work. But they found the human remains in a dingo den. And they're like, oh my god, she wasn't lying. So it actually happened. And it's like, it's not like all Australians are like, no, don't joke about that. That's actually a tragedy that did happen. What does WSP stand for again? I can't remember. Who eats coyote or wolf meat? A Cry in the Night is the name of the movie. Oh, is there a movie, like a documentary based on it? Yeah. Well, no. So the person who said a dingo ate my baby, the people who have been referenced to go, a dingo ate my baby, like that, it was basically mocking this woman because she claimed that a dingo ate her baby, and that's insane. She killed the baby herself or something like that. Like, it was a mocking thing. Like, why would you come up with the stupidest way to say that your baby has gone missing? You're an idiot, kind of thing. But she was right the whole time. She wasn't lying the whole time. Yeah, if it got hungry enough. Yeah. Yeah, the mom was innocent in jail. She was not joking. No. No, the reason why it became a pop culture references was basically the whole world, or the media, was mocking this woman for having a stupid excuse for why her baby is missing or why she killed her child, kind of thing. Which is still a dark thing to mock, right? Like, a baby still died, or a baby is still missing, right? But, yeah, no. Turns out it was true. And she was an innocent person in jail. She did not kill her baby. Anyway, I just thought that was sort of an interesting fact you guys could, well, maybe not enjoy. Not like it's not a fun fact. But yeah, an Australian told me that. Now, they could have been... No, I'm pretty sure I've looked it up since. I was like, Australians do like to fuck with people, though. But no. Like, they were pretty serious. They weren't being a dick. Dingoes are wolves, not a different animal from dogs. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I've never looked into dingoes. See what they're all about. But yeah, if you guys want to see the kittens, they're cute. They're alright. They're no Garvey. Dingo, a game for elderly people. Dingo! D-I-N-G-O! 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 Dingo is his name. Oh. Look it up if you don't... Well, I just looked up dingoes. We know what they look like. I would have to look up if they're part of the wolf family. But aren't dogs and wolves genetically the same still? We just domesticated dogs? Aren't they like, because dogs and wolves can breed together and have viable offspring. Like, the offspring can have their own offspring. And that means they're basically the same thing, right? It wasn't a joke when it happened. After the movie came out, that line was crazy. And they said in a fake accent. Oh, okay, Adam, that makes more sense. That a movie based on it came out and they accidentally did such a shitty job on the movie that it was like a parody that people made fun of. That makes more sense. All I knew was the pop culture reference before I talked to this Australian about a dingo ate my baby, kind of thing. Dolph? A wog? I think they're just called half wolf pups or something like that. Wolf hounds are, I think, a wolf. One of the parents is wolf. The other half of the parent is dog. I think that's what wolf hounds are. Or maybe wolf hounds are just dogs that are supposed to fight wolves. Wolf hound is. A wolf hound is a slight hound dog breed. Oh, maybe not. That's just a breed of dog. The movie was good and shouldn't have been made in a joke, but it sounded funny. Interesting. I've never seen the movie. Half wolf. Oh, wolf dog. Half wolf dog breeds. They're called wolf dogs. I was like wolfhound. No, they're called wolf dogs. It's not creative at all. Bearhound. What do you think they do? I think they attack bears. Man, bear, pig. Yes. Get into it. Man, bear, pig. It's funny because I'm like looking at myself and I look so sick that it kind of makes me feel sicker than I am. When you look like shit, you feel like shit. Oh, let's look up what a bearhound looks like. Bearhound. Ooh. They're very cute. I thought they would be bigger though. They have like the husky curl almost in the tail. They look like they're having the funnest time in the world playing with the bears. Not scaring the bears, playing with the bears. Plot hound. Oh, okay. So this is what you're talking about? This is your dog? I've seen a couple dogs with that coloring before. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Anyway, I'll go get the kittens to show you guys. I'll probably have to bring their bottle because they're constantly hungry. Beagle plot hound mix. Just going down the dog breeding hole. Beagle plot hound. Does your dog look like this? Adorable. Beagles are so adorable. Pippa, our sweet beagle plot hound mix. Adorable. Just adorable. Okay. When were you gonna tell your mother about these kittens? I wasn't gonna tell you ever. You'd have to physically ask me if there was kittens in my house. And I'll be like, yes. I wasn't gonna lie, I just wasn't gonna tell you. Because I inconvenienced our neighbors the whole weekend as they kept these kittens alive. So I have 2 kittens in my bathroom. And then the 3 kittens in the barn loft are thriving because she took the 1 kitten back. And they have their little kitten feeder that they can only get into, and they're eating that. So, looks like I only have to take care of the 2 of them. A beagle that looks like Snoopy? No, I've never seen a beagle that looks like Snoopy. To be honest, I've never seen a beagle that looks like Snoopy. I thought Snoopy was sort of his own thing. Like, yeah, he's a beagle, but like, no beagle actually looks like him. Because like, they always have the darkness over the eyes. Not just this, you know? They always have black over the eyes. This one's kind of close. But like none of them just have the dark ears. Well, this one's pretty close. But the majority of beagles have the color over the eyes. Like this. Guns or no guns? Like letting people have guns? I guess I'm guns. Because my dad hunts and he has guns, so. It's his only hobby, is hunting. And he doesn't even do it that often. And that man needs a hobby. So I guess I'm pro. Pro guns. Be right back. I'll have some kittens. So this is the one that was hanging out in the loft. Abandoned, very hungry. And this is the one that got to be hand-fed all weekend by my neighbors. Yo, Pat, what's up? If you could breed them to look like Snoop, you'd be rich. Probably. Get your dad to hunt on Red Dead 2. If I could get my dad into video games, I think it would really benefit him, to be honest. That man needs to learn how to relax. He's just always stressed. 2 channel point redemptions. Found the perfect soundbite. Link it. Link it, Weary. Yeah. I mean, look how cute these kittens are. I would trade both of these. Adorable kittens. With cute coloring. For Garvey. In a heartbeat. Like if I had to make a deal with the devil, I would make that deal. If that was a possibility, I would do it. They're adorable. Love stunt races in GTA? Yeah, GTA is kind of the best place to do it. You got 2 revolver holsters like Micah's. Sadly, it was a B-Day gift. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, like, sadly, you gave it away to someone for their birthday. Need to be cut down, but we feel like this way too often. Am I gonna like what I see here? Like you come into stream and you're just confused about what's going on. Is that what you're saying, Weary? That's funny. We do get into weird conversations, I'm not gonna lie. What's the question of the day? I didn't look one up. I could. Today's gonna be a short stream. We're not playing a video game, we're just hanging out. Because I'm still sick, so I probably shouldn't talk for 4 hours straight or I might lose my voice. Take an edible with headphones and hunt on Red Dead 2. Yeah, I should get my dad some edibles. I wonder if he would do drugs. I should get my mom edibles too, but I think she needs drugs for pain management because she has horrendous arthritis that never goes away. That's from Poltergeist? But weird, is it because you come in and you're just like, I don't know what's happening? So confused. You want some more? You like some more to drink, baby? This one was bottle fed all weekend. I got her drinking out of a tiny dish right now. So soon I won't have to hand feed them, which would be nice. How many kittens would you like to have? Unlimited or infinite? I have unlimited kitties already. If I was a true cat lady, I would just be drowning in kittens and loving it. But I'm drowning in kittens and not loving it. Kitty farm, yeah. The thing is, it takes what? I have one female cat, barn cat, on the farm. And she's a terrible mother. That's it. And that's where we get all of our kittens from, apparently. Is one unfixed female who wouldn't let me fix her if I wanted to. I don't know, some people are able to catch cats who don't want to be caught, but I don't have that hack. I don't have it. Gotta turn the music back on. So quiet. You guys want a would you rather question? Question of the day. I've definitely been lax in getting a question of the day every day. No slut shaming. I mean, to be fair to her, she has no control over how pregnant she gets. She goes into heat, and there's unfixed males, and I try to be on top of fixing all of our tame male cats are fixed. Any male cat I can catch has been fixed. You want a would you rather question? Spread the love. Well, that's the thing. It wouldn't matter if I could find homes for kittens, but when you live out in the countryside, nobody wants your cats because they have wild cats of their own. Nobody wants them. I can maybe look into seeing if I can give them away in the city again. It's freaky in that barn at night. Just the cats are having orgies, little cat orgies. Okay, let's just go through a whole bunch. Would you rather live in a new country every month or never go on vacation again? I would probably never go on vacation again. Do you know how exhausting it would be to live in a different country every month? Unless I can just go back and forth between two countries. Where just I have a place over the border in the USA and then I just drive back. And I have a job that takes me to both places. That wouldn't be too bad. But if it has to be a new country until you're out of countries and go back to original, I just would rather stay home forever and never vacation again. Make little baskets and go random places in town. And just hand out the baskets, be like, you're a cat owner now, enjoy. Because I can't just abandon them, because that's rude. Probably better off just growing up on the farm once they're got a steady supply of food and shelter and stuff. Leaving them abandoned in the city. Live in a world from Fallout and live in a world from Mass Effect. Oh, I would have to take Mass Effect, Pat. I would have to take Mass Effect. Especially post-Reapers. Like, the Reapers are no longer a threat. Because who would want space travel? It'd be fantastic. I would love it. Fallout is just, like, sad. You're like, we killed ourselves in the world. Now that cow has 2 heads. I know. Like, right in front of the door. Like, yo, you're a cat owner now. Because I deemed you so. Where's my purrs? This one purrs. The other one doesn't purr at me. I don't know if it misses my best friend's mom, who babied and took care of her and brought her back from the brink of death. But this one will give me 1 purr for 1 second, and then she's done. They're both girls, by the way. Yeah. Never go on vacation and never leave your country in your entire life. Yeah, it's not that hard. Never go on vacation. As long as never go on vacation just means you don't leave your country. Not that big of a deal. I like home too. I'm a bit of a homebody. Front of door, ring doorbell. People won't be able to deny the little fur balls. Ring, run away! Yes. I think... Oh, one of them peed on me, but it's on the hospital gown, so that's fine. They've been good. Every time I feed them, I put them in the litter box, and they go pee. So this is the first time I've been peed on, and this one pooped on me yesterday, which I didn't even notice, which was not great. I wasn't a fan of that. Stripe has his gun in multiverses. Who's Stripe? Laverne and Shirley? Tempting. Laverne is a great... We were just discussing pet names, and I was like, if you have a female pet, the best way to name them is take like a really old style name that is not in circulation, that is because it's a grandma name, like Gertrude, and name your cat or your pet that. And then you can go, Gertrude! Stop pooping on the lawn! And then it sounds like you're yelling at an old lady. That you're like yelling at your grandma. Or you can name your pet Grandma. Be like, Grandma, don't poop on the lawn! And everyone's like, oh my god, a little old lady's pooping on the lawn over there. And it's just your dog. The bad gremlin from the Gremlins. What? Multiversus has a gremlin from the Gremlins? That's hilarious. Like Oliver. Yeah, so I named one of my cats, my full-grown cats. I raised him from a kitten, and his name was Ollie, because he was just a little guy, Oliver Twist kind of vibes. Oh, he was Ollie, and my brother's like, oh, that's too bad. We wanted to name our son Ollie. I was like, well, you could still name your son, like, Oliver, and then nickname Ollie. You could still name your son that if you want. The kittens fell. No! No! Stop running away! I gotta put them back, guys. Just a second. I'll tell this story in a second. I gotta put... Here, one more look. Yes, they're very cute. So anyway, I named this cat Ollie, and my brother's like, oh, that's too bad. We were thinking, this is after they had their first kid, who was a girl. They're like, well, they were gonna name our daughter Oliver if she had been a boy. I was like, well, you could still name your next kid if they're a boy Oliver. It is a cat. The cat will be gone before the human. Lifespan wise. And then how many years later they have their son and they name him Oliver. And so I'm going to tell this kid, He's not very old right now. I'm gonna tell this kid as he grows up, as long that he was named after my cat. Because your dad loved my cat so much, they named you after him. And like, his older sister, when she comes over, I'm like, yeah, there's Ollie. And then, her mom goes, Ollie, yeah, it's Ollie Cat. And I'm like, nah, the cat came before the kid. You should call Ollie Ollie Human. And the cat gets to be Ollie. Those are the rules. Anyway, it's great. Gizmo. Gizmo was what we used to name... I don't know where... I don't think we saw Gremlins, but we named a dog Gizmo a long time ago. But they got Gizmo from Gremlins as well. Interesting. Wow, multiverse is like so weird. Like, where are they... What made the cut of what goes into the video game multiverses? Because when was the last Gremlin movie? That was a while ago. It's not currently particularly relevant, right? At least, like, Scooby-Doo is relevant. They're still coming out with new episodes, right? What happened to this guy? Oh. Pat, get out of here. Get out of here with your weirdest amount of words that I never ever fully comprehended because it was some sort of weird ass news article riddle that I tried to find information on and I never could. Let's get out of here. Warner Bros. So they just adding stuff owned by Warner Bros. Oh, is that it? I didn't know. I didn't know that was that easy. Couple would you rathers. Would you rather move in with your elderly parents or hard partying roommates at this point in time in your life? If, like, I would rather move in with my parents, personally. When I was in university, I had a roommate who just threw parties and never told anyone. So I would just be sitting in my house and all of a sudden people would be in my living room having a party. And it wasn't my friends. It was so invasive. So I guess I would prefer to live with elderly parents. My parents aren't currently elderly, but they're on their way. Oh, would you rather eat only insects for the rest of your life and live as you are now, or eat normally and have constant diarrhea? That was the question of the day last Thursday. I don't think we answered it. It's your parents. It's elderly parents, Pat. But, like, if your parents aren't currently elderly, it has to be them when they're 80. Like, and picture them as elderly if they're not currently elderly. Yeah, would you rather eat only insects for the rest of your life or live as you are now and eat normally of constant diarrhea? That is a really tough one. Because constant diarrhea sucks. But some people live with constant diarrhea by eating regular food right now. With like irritable bowel syndrome and stuff like that. So we know it's possible to live the rest of your life with constant diarrhea. You choose elderly parents? Yeah. The thing with the hard partying roommate is it never ends. I guess. Elderly parents end eventually. No, that's not what I meant. I just mean like the elderly parents are at least going to be quiet, so you can just kind of like chill, you know? I think I would take constant diarrhea over eating insects only. Because, first of all, I have eaten bugs before. Like, you know, those edible bugs you can eat. Had the bug guy come around to school and be like, here's a Rice Krispie with ants, and you can eat it. It's perfectly safe if you want to. And so, like, I've eaten a Rice Krispie with ants, and I've eaten, I think, mealworms. I didn't get too crazy with the bugs I ate. I think I was pretty young at the time. But I take such joy in food that if the only thing I could eat was insects, well, maybe I'd be really skinny then, though. Because, you know, I wouldn't enjoy eating anymore. And they would always need vodka. Your partying roommates? They'd steal your food, steal your alcohol. You'd never have a moment's peace on the weekend, ever. It'd be every weekend. It just wouldn't be worth it, I would think. I do think it's funny that the person who created that question was probably living with like an elderly grandparent and thought that they were the worst. Oh, here's another one. Would you rather walk to work in snow every day or in 40 degrees Celsius weather? I think it would have to be snow. Because 40 degrees every day, walking to work, how far away is work? You just die. That's hot. That's hot for exercise that you have to do twice a day to work and back. Do you get to work on cars in real life a lot, Pat? Or is it just your one car that you constantly upgrading? What else does Warner Bros. Add? Warner Bros. Must own a lot of things, right? Just yours. List of assets by Warner Bros. Well, that's a lot of things. DC? I didn't know Warner Bros. Owned DC. So that means all of the DC superheroes could be in multiverses. I know Batman was. Cartoon Network. Everything on Cartoon Network. Gremlins seems so weird, like such a deep dive to add to multiverses. Okay, guys, do you have anything else to share today? We have any more any trailers that dropped this weekend? Anything good I missed out on? And my throat's starting to get a little hurty. A little ouch wow wow. A little bit of so yeah, my throat's starting to hurt a bit today, so probably won't stream much longer. Need for Speed Unbound. Oh my goodness. I don't know anyone else who's in my chat who does the driving games. You might be alone. Let in. There we go. That's on the prize.
Do this. Let's do it.
This is a good trailer.
They say it pays the cost to be the boss. Time to show them who's in charge.
I feel like I'm gonna watch a speeding TV show. All the people are cartoonish, though. That's interesting. All the vehicles look pretty realistic.
I put it to you like this. You dust me in this, I'll let you have that.
Looks fun for someone who drives. Plays the racing video games. I probably, I'm never gonna pick up a racing video game. Unless I get the setup. Unless I have, like, the steering wheel and the pedal. Then it would be fun. But without those, no bueno. No good. Boring. Anyway, guys. Anything else I missed over the weekend? I told you how I got sick. I told you how there's kittens in my bathroom now. It's not my fault. There's kittens in my bathroom. It's just how it happened. Gameplay leaks. Well, gameplay leaks are never the best quality, though. I like official stuff. I don't like speculation. Gameplay leaks are always like half-finished stuff. It looks like crap. Okay. I don't know what we're gonna stream tomorrow. Maybe a horror game. We have, I think, next Tuesday is the 18th. The 20th. Okay, so we just have next week. We have to do some stuff. I want to get the new Plague Tale, but I don't know. I talked to my sister because she likes to play it too. And I'm like, should I get a hard copy of this game? And then you can play it on the PlayStation. There's no hard copies for PC games anymore, which is ridiculous, but whatever. You know, are you getting it right away? But she didn't seem to care, so. But the 21st of Friday, is when Gotham Knights is coming out. So I'm going to get a hard copy of that, and then we will be playing it on Monday. That's the plan. And then we'll probably be playing Resident Evil 8. We'll play Resident Evil 8 on the 31st. Because my brother-in-law has a copy and I just need to download the DC. Is the official teaser of the gameplay? No, I'm just gonna head off, Pat. I'm not feeling great. Yeah, kitten in boxes. Lots of kittens hanging out. Terrible mama cats on my farm, that's for sure. It's not even cold outside. It hasn't even dropped below freezing, and she's abandoning kittens. Like it's, in fashion. Just rude. Making me hand feed these babies. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll probably play a horror game of some sort. I don't know. You guys aren't that into Evil Within, which I get, but I'm actually having fun playing it. But I have other horror games, so maybe I'll just look at those after we're done today and see what looks like something fun that you guys would enjoy watching me play. Because we'll play horror games for the next week. We'll go from there. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Much appreciated. Nice little catch up. Until next time. I'll try to get well. I'm not that sick, it's just the talking definitely affects me. Okay, guys, if you like what you see, more 2 p.m. Mountain Time gameplay, streaming stuff tomorrow. And yeah, and until then, guys, bye!